the underhook tie. So there are different ways to control my opponent so that I can prevent him from scoring on me, and I can manipulate his position to make it easier for me to score on him. And we do that with tie-ups. We tie up with our opponent, or we grab hold of our opponent. And one of the tie-ups is an underhook. And we call it an underhook because what we're doing is one of our arms is going underneath his arm, so underneath his armpit, and then it's going over the top and grabbing on like a hook. So think of like a fish hook or letter J. So my arm is hooking his arm by going underneath, under, and then hook like this. So that's an underhook. Once I get my underhook, so proper underhook position, I want to make sure that my elbow is high in the air, and that gives my underhook a lot of power. Now, generally speaking, we like to have our head in the pocket on the same side of our underhook, and I want to get an angle here, and ideally I want to control this far side. But what's most important is my elbow has to be up in the air. So I'm throwing this elbow up in the air as I'm pulling on the wrist here like this, and I'm driving into him. Just make sure you get your elbow up in the air. So there's different things that you can do, different ways to grab the underhook, but just really what you want to do is you want to have that elbow up in the air. Now, another variation of this, getting my underhook underneath his armpit, over the top of his shoulder, and underhook, jacking the elbow up in the air. I can have head position on this side too. If I have head position on this side, I definitely want to be controlled on this far side. So I'm throwing this elbow up, and I'm pushing into him. I'm pushing into him. So if he tries to circle into my underhook side, all right, I'm just going to drive like this. I'm going to circle and drive into my underhook side. So because I have a left hand underhook, he tries to cut me off. I'm going to circle here as I drive, right? And I'll keep my head position on him. If I have head position on the same side, same thing. All right, I'm jacking it up. He tries to cut me off going this way. I circle in the drive, right? He's giving me an angle. He wants to get his leg out so that I can, all right? If he tries to cut me off this way, I'm gonna step to the side like this. So, kind of underhook here, and I'm jacking it up. He tries to cut me off by going to my underhook side. I circle to get an angle. He tries to cut me off by going away from my underhook side. I go out to the side. So it's either this way or this way. And what I'll be doing is I'll be pushing him out of bounds. So we try to stay in the circle here. I'm going to push him out of bounds. He doesn't want to go out of bounds. I'm driving. He doesn't want to go out of bounds. All right? So I cut him off. He goes this way. I keep my angle. I'm driving, and I'm circling to my underhook side. All right? And I'm driving into him. All right? And he tries to go this way. I'm going to try to step around, get my angle. He tries to go away from my underhook side. I go out to the side. I cut him off the mat. Just make sure that you've got your elbow up high. Whether your head position is on the right or left, you got to make sure you control the far side too, or it's very helpful if you control the far side.